How about a stage where you drive through a suburban home?
It'll be really rad to be in a giant house.
What if there's a map that's a big house?
Big House Galaxy, and of course a giant house, a big house stage. The big house is a reality. This is a post-commentary of my Big House 64 speedrun. It's the Big House Kingdom. Oh, this is the big house level I've been wanting. It's literally your own house. This is so cool.
Due to popular demand, this is the Big House Tour. I'm just going to show you all the cool stuff. So I'll be showing you the office, the audio room, you're going to see some video games, all sorts of fun stuff. So come on in to the office. I'll play the office theme. Since you brought it up yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
This is day 2, by the way. We recorded this yesterday, and we didn't have any lights and everything was too dark. So, day 2, let's do this. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. And what I'm also going to be doing for you is for anyone that's interested in any of these products for your own videos, I'm going to be having links in the description for you to check them out for yourself if there's any that you would like to get. So, we'll start with the chair. This is just a basic gaming chair. This is another gaming chair, DX Racer. I don't even know where to start. I guess we'll go ahead and start with the most important part of making YouTube videos, and that's your sound quality. What I use for that is a Shure mic. You've probably seen this 1,000 times, but it really is like one of the best mics you can use. This is a Shure SM7B mic, and then I also have a rather basic stand. And the reason I use this instead of like a Rode arm is because I can bring this into the audio room, which we'll get to in a little bit. Now, in order for this to work properly, we need to have a mixer and a cloud lifter. So basically, this mic has an XLR port. The XLR cable connects to this. This basically boosts the sound on your microphone, so it really helps increase the sound quality. And we have a very basic Focusrite mixer. You can get one more expensive to improve your audio quality more, but this does the job pretty well. And then back here we also have a backup hard drive. This has all of my videos on it. It's about, I think, like 10 or 12 terabytes.
And now, to talk about the camera that I forgot to talk about when we were going through the room tour, but I'll cover right now. It's the one that's kind of perched up above my PC, and it is the Sony FDR AX700. That's the one that I use, and I get that to work through the CamLink 4K, and that plugs directly into the PC. Now, I use this, of course, primarily for streaming, but also to fit in ad slots, like the one for today. Today's sponsor is brought to you by Skyforge. Skyforge is a sci-fi action MMO set in the breathtaking world of Aeolian. Playing as an immortal with amazing celestial powers, you can team up with players around the world to explore and defend a massive, constantly evolving universe. It's free to download from the eShop and receives free content updates so you can adventure without limits 24/7. With the Switch, you can play on the go thanks to its short, session-based gameplay. Plus, there's free launch gifts you can get for a limited time. Players who beat the tutorial get 6 amazing cosmetics to use in-game. And what's really nice about this is you don't even need Nintendo Switch Online to play this game online. Founders Packs are also available as an option, including the Starter, Deluxe, and Ultimate Pack. These give you useful and exclusive content like class unlocks, Founders titles, and cosmetics. So go click the link in the description to check the game out for yourself. Thanks to Skyforge for supporting me, and now back to the house tour.
Next we have, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about monitors. These are 4K monitors. It's a 4K widescreen. This is just normal. And then this is a Samsung 4K TV. This I can also use the third monitor, but I usually use it just when I'm playing a game, something on the Switch or something on the Wii U. Speaking of, we have the Switch and the Wii U right here. These are both plugged into the computer. And the card that I use is, I think it's called a 4K Capture PCIe. So it's a PCIe slot instead of those, like, it's like the ones that you have.
Yeah.
So, oh shit, sorry about that. Crap. Okay.
Not my Pro controller.
Not the controller. This is actually sick.
It's a really good controller.
Is this the Xenoblade one?
Yeah, it's the Xenoblade 2 one.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's really good. Love that controller.
But yeah, this is the HD 60S Plus. So this is basically what I have in my computer, except it goes into a PCIe slot. They're the same thing. The only reason that I have the PCI slot is just to save on my USB ports, because I use up almost all of them. So for PC, you don't need to get a monster like this, you really don't. You can get something pretty decent for around $500 to $1,000 if you're looking to have like a workstation. If you're curious what my computer specs are, CPU is an AMD Ryzen 9, I believe it's 12 cores. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, I think DDR4, maybe DDR5. Graphics card, I have a GeForce RTX 2070 Super. And then for storage, I just have a lot of storage. Now, you don't need anything anywhere close to that powerful. There's a lot of different videos you can go to find computers that are a lot cheaper and you can get very similar results. The reason I have something super powerful is just so that I can render out videos really quickly when things need to be timely on the channel. For my keyboard, it's just like a mechanical. Mechanical keyboards are really nice. This one's kind of dirty. I need to wash it. It's gross. It's just a rather basic mouse. Nothing too special about it. I also have the SNES Classic back here. And I use this every once in a while for recording retro games. So sometimes if I don't want to emulate them, I'll just use this instead. But speaking of emulation, I actually use the Stream Deck to open those programs. So as you'll see here, I have all these consoles. Well, these aren't consoles, this is Wii U and 3DS. If I want to play one of these consoles on the PC, I'll just push the button, and then it just kind of pops up. Alright, Nintendo, that's not real. That's fake. That's all Matt in Photoshop, just tell them that. Oh, by the way, those are Elgato key lights. Again, you don't need to get these. I only have these key lights because it's more convenient, but you can get something like this. This is just really basic lights I got on Amazon. I think they were like, I think there's 3 of them for like $90 or $100. That's all you really need for lights. The key lights is just a little bit more convenient because I can push a button and they turn on. For headphones, I just have HD 280 Pro. I actually don't, I've had these for so long. They're Sennheiser headphones. Yeah, they're pretty comfortable. The only issue with them is there's a little bit too much bass that comes out of them. You've been wanting to play like Wii games on PC with actual Wii hardware, like Wii remotes. You can get this Dolphin sensor bar, and it's just USB and it plugs right in, and it's super easy to sync. I highly recommend it. But the most important part of the desk, of course, is the nut button. Nut. It says nut. This is something I've been kind of accumulating over the course of like 7 to 8 years, so it's not like I just magically had all this right away. It took a very long time to get all this put together. I guess, speaking of desk, this is an uplift desk. It's supposed to go up and down, but for some reason, it doesn't go up.
I think it only goes down.
I don't know, it just doesn't work now, so that's fun. The next thing is I have a decent amount of controllers that I'll use just for work primarily. This I pretty much always have plugged in. Xbox One controller, it's amazing. Freaking love it. Just gamepad. So this might look like a normal 2DS XL, but it actually has this extra adapter that you can plug in, and it allows you to record games through PC. Now, I've had a regular 3DS capture card for a while, but I wanted to get one of the newer models, so if I wanted to play a new Nintendo 3DS game and record on PC, I'd be able to do so. Just a couple of extra, Switch Pro controllers. Oh, I forgot I had these. The GameCube Joy-Cons. They're actually really bad, but they're kind of cool. They're a little novel. This thing is sick, the 8-bit Do Lite.
Oh, that looks so cool. Love
Yep.
the color.
D-pad's favorite controller. This has Wii and Wii U stuff, so Classic Pro, Nunchuck, regular Classic, the Wii Condom, of course, you have to have one of those.
Gotta have the Wii console.
And then this is controllers for other stuff, so if I want to play, if I'm playing on Dolphin on the PC, I'll usually use this. This is an adapter. This is actually an adapter to use your Wii Classic controller on the PC. Backup Xbox 360 controller, a backup, I don't know why that's in there. My gosh. And then I have some NES Classic and Super NES Classic stuff. Now for a tripod, I use something really cheap. I got this like 4 years ago, but it does the job. It was like $60, $70. Which is pretty cheap for a tripod. It has like a little ball thing so I can angle it around. So it's not bad. The only issue with it is that it doesn't go very high. I've also got a couple of Wii U games down here. I've been speedrunning this, and this has been for a video. And also down here I have some DS and 3DS games. So I found this binder is actually very neat. So it's specifically designed to hold DS and 3DS games. It's pretty awesome. Brain Age. Just slide in, slide out, and then I've just kind of got them organized from DS to 3DS. Okay, this is not gaming related, but it is important. We have a fridge
Every gamer should have one.
with water.
Water.
Good, let's check out that water. Oh yeah, look at that water.
So much water.
Ugh. Okay, so now for a room that's still pretty new to me, well, and for you as well,
Yeah.
this is the audio recording room. And what I did was I took a month and I filled the entire thing up with audio foam. So you might be able to tell, but the audio quality is making my voice a lot less echoey, so it actually makes a very huge difference. So it's really nice to have a room like this. Finally, I've been wanting something like this for a long time. So basically what we do is we take our mics, so actually you have your mic right here.
That's right.
Perfect demonstration. It's super easy to record in here. So we take our mic, sit down, get it all set up, open up one of our laptops. This is mine and you have yours right there. And since we record our scripts, or write our scripts, through Google Docs, we just pull up the script and we do our audio. And everything is recorded directly to our computers. That's why we have super long XLR cables. And it's really, really convenient, and it overall just helps a lot with the sound quality. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of stuff plugged in. We use all of this for different types of cameras or different types of batteries. This box right here, this basically just has backup cables. So in this one, we have HDMI cables, backup display ports, some random Apple cables. We have HDMI splitters. We actually have HDMI splitters, but these ones are just a little bit older and they either stopped working consistently. We actually have, I didn't even realize this, we have a backup capture card.
Yeah.
Then in here we have more retro stuff, a lot of gaming things. So like a backup Wii U charger. Oh yeah, this one stopped working on me. Forgot about that. We have a AVI splitter, but it only does 4. And then we have an AVI to HDMI upscaler converter box. And then here we have a bunch of backup computer equipment. So we have a power surge, we have a couple keyboards, we have a couple Ethernet cables, and I think an extra mouse. So we've got stuff like that just in case we need it for whatever reason. Now in these boxes, we have a variety of different cameras that I don't use as frequently, but they kind of need to be in their own place because they have a lot of accessories and stuff tied to it. This one has all of the drone stuff. So you might remember from 12 Days of Nintendo that there were a lot of really expansive shots that went really high into the air, and that was done with this little guy. This is the DJI Mavic Mini. And so basically you open up these wings, and then you attach these onto here to protect these from getting broken, and you can fly it really high into the air. It's really cool. Next box, we have the GoPro box. This has a GoPro Hero 8 Black. It's a fairly new model. I think it's a year or two old at this point. And we use this for a lot of shots that's really hard to get with that camera. So as an example, if you remember the Among Us trigger video, there was security camera shots where it was like person to the corner of a room. This is perfect for that kind of thing. And I also have a bunch of accessories for it. I don't know what half of these are, but there is a lot of accessories that you can use for this, which is good. And then for this last shelf, we have basically the microphone / audio / miscellaneous. So these are Sennheiser wireless lav mics. We use these for bigger projects. So it just has a basic wireless mic in here. It has a receiver, a transmitter, and I've got 3 of them just in case we have multiple people. We've also got this little guy. So basically, this helps camera shots. I'm actually gonna use it for this video. If you want a perfectly smooth shot, set this down, and it moves perfectly smooth. And you can control the speed, you can change the angle as well, just by turning one of the wheels. This is super old school. We use this for ROM Hacks 2. This is like 2 years ago. And it allowed us to take an XLR microphone, like this one right here. It was actually this exact same mic. We would take the XLR cable, plug that into here, but the issue was that we had to hold the mic, and we had to use the cloud lifter, and then put all that together on here. And on top of that just being a huge hassle, there's also a separate SD card where you have to record your audio, so you have to sync with your camera every single time, and it was a pain in the butt and it really didn't work that well. That's why we use the lav mics, because it's a lot more convenient. I also have some colored lights. You can just change the colors, simple as that. I've used these for the Psycho Waluigi video. I've recently used it actually for Lego Mario Mind Blowing. I forgot I even did that. So for these next 3 drawers, it's just green screens, basically. All 3 of them.
Why do you have so many green screens?
So we have this many green screens because for ROM Hacks 3, there was a deleted scene where basically I took one of our rooms that we were in at our Airbnb and I had 5 green screens and I covered the entire room in them. And we were gonna do like BLJs or something, and it didn't work. I tried to edit with it. It just, the colors were all over the place, so it just didn't work. It was too hot in the room. It was a bad idea. So now I'm stuck with like 5 green screens. So whenever we need to have a gamer dump, we have a bathroom for that.
Gamer dump. Epic gamer dump.
Yep.
There it is. I'm not showing anymore because it's an invasion of privacy.
Oh, shout outs to Troy's merch thing he sold, the Mario Kart. Yeah, so this is not used a lot right now, but it's going to be used more in the future. So this whole room is empty because,
as you can see.
yes, so the idea, this is not set up yet, but I want to get a bunch of lights plastered on here, probably wireless lights, so that way if I want to build some sort of set, it's really easy for me to put it together and take it apart with all this extra space. I'm not ready to do that stuff yet, but I am planning to eventually get to doing stuff like that this year.
One of my favorite things, if I may, about this room, or like this basement, is that if you open up this, it's just our deck.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
literally no point to having this window here, but
Yeah.
it's there if we want it.
Oh yes, this is where I get my gains.
It sure does.
Gotta get them gains. Well, actually, I did get all this stuff fairly recently.
Yeah.
I have been exercising ever since like last October, November, but I wanted to get more just like workout equipment. And I didn't have space in my condo, so now I have space down here. Just a bunch of like random workout stuff. So this room is prop / costume room. So we have basically every single costume that's ever been used for a video on this rack. We need a second rack, as you can see. It's not big enough. If you remember this logo,
Oh my god.
this is hella old. If you remember this,
That's old school, dude.
and if you're really old school, you'll remember this shirt.
Oh, so cliche.
So cliche. Oh my god, so cliche. But yeah, we have the very first It's Not Melee shirt here too.
Man.
And then we have our renewed version. I'm not gonna show every shirt, but yeah, this is the cleaned up version. Then I have, oh yeah, the ultimate version of It's Not Melee. I've got your merch on here too.
Oh, nice.
Guys, stay safe, stay awesome.
Perfect.
Then in here is basically like a bajillion controllers. Honestly, I'm gonna have to take inventory because I have so many controllers now that
Yeah.
I can't keep track of where everything is. And a lot of these controllers have been used for the Mario 64 BLJ videos, or they've been used for like random ranking videos. So in here we have a bunch of NES accessories. The U-Force, I never use that, but I have it. Oh, the DDR pad.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah. The N64 Power Glove.
I didn't even know they made a power glove for the N64.
Yeah, and it's somehow worse than the NES one.
Wow.
Like, how do you even make a worse one? More NES. I probably have to get another one of these containers because they're really like, this stuff's really crammed in here. NES Advantage. So this is I think it's a Sega Genesis VR headset.
What? Oh my god, it is! It's
Yeah.
the Stuntmaster.
The Stunt Mat. So I got it for the BLJ video, but I couldn't get it to work. But I do want to use it still for some sort of video in the future.
Sonic and VR.
It's Sonic in VR. We have Power Pad. Oh, my favorite controller of all time.
Oh, I love that thing. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so cool.
So this is the PS2 one. It's the cheaper one. It's funny because around when I bought it, Tetra got the GameCube version
Yeah.
of the chainsaw controller. Oh yeah, this is just the balance board. I still have some room for stuff.
See, that's where
But-
you actually get your gains.
Yeah, the balance board.
Balance board.
That's the real gains. And this is just like more super big accessories. The DJ Hero pads. The cursed DDR pad from the Elbows video. I still have Labo, as you can see as well.
right.
I've only kept the ones that I think will be used in future games, so I've kept... Because this was used in Mario Kart, this one's used in Mario Kart. This is just cool, because you can actually feel the breeze.
So if we ever get hot, we can just use that.
Exactly. Got the VR goggles as well. Whoa. So this is my hat drawer. I actually want to have the hats kind of displaying, but I don't have room for it right now. I just have like a... Oh, hey, Tetra. I just have a billion hats in here over the years. This is a lot more props. This is the Prosafia gaming hair.
Oh, yeah.
So here's what's funny. When I got it, everything was completely straight. So what I had to do to kind of fix the problem is I literally took just Elmer's glue and just kind of like held up random strands. And that's how I got it to stick up.
It's actually really effective.
It worked really well. Yeah, I wanted to get more of the hair up, but I was like, you know what? This is already excessive. Yeah. Then just some other random things. Fake money from the 12 Days of Nintendo video. This is from Mario Party 10 Triggered. 12 Days of Nintendo. Mario Strikers Charge, mind-blowing. I don't know how I remember all this stuff, but...
You did it.
Yeah. I don't know, even after like years, I still remember it. I guess this is where I put sunglasses.
I guess.
YouTube Gaming.
That's a gamer.
Epic Gaming Nico time. What's in here? Oh, the Makey Makey! This is, of course, used for the Random Objects BLJ video. Actually, this thing is, if you guys ever want to try it out, you should totally try it. It only costs like, I think, $45, $50. It's not that much. And then, oh yeah, more stuff from the merch store. NB pins, gold It's Not Melee pin, some NB coins. These are all like limited edition things. Oh yeah, and all of our weapons are like in this box. So we still have the Keyblade. It's kind of a mess right now, but yeah, I mean, Carl handmade this himself.
It's really well made.
Yeah, it looks great when, you know, it wasn't like all crumbled up, but yep. We have, this is from Ocarina of Time Triggered. We had this sword and then this one. But yeah, there's not much in there.
Oh yeah, there's a pool table too.
Oh yeah, there is also a pool table. Now, video game time. So I have some video games, and you've probably seen them in videos, but I've never really highlighted any of them or any of the stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and highlight some of the interesting things that I've got. So on the top here, we've got a bunch of just Mario plushes. This is actually a Chinese Wario. So my friend like 10 years ago got them for like $2 at China.
It's actually really well made.
So I guess we'll go ahead and start with NES games. For NES games, I've got a lot of the basic stuff. We've got your Contras, Dr. Mario, a few Mega Mans, Ninja Gaiden. I gotta get Ninja Gaiden 2. The Marios, so nothing super interesting. The only interesting thing I'll point out is I have this European Mega Man 2. It's gonna be a little hard to see, but this is actually Keiji Inufune's signature. And I got this at a convention I went to, I think like, oh my god, I think 2013.
Damn.
Holy crap, that was a long time ago.
A very long time ago.
Holy crap, Jesus. So yeah, this was when Mighty Number 9 was like hip and cool before it turned out to be not hip and cool. And everyone was like, whoa, I love this guy. I don't hate him.
Yeah,
but, you know.
Before he was a lot less cool.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, for NES, nothing too spectacular. There's still a few games that I would like to get. I want to finish Ninja Gaiden stuff. I want to get the Mega Man games. Super Nintendo. I have even less Super Nintendo games. I have a lot of the basics. Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, Super Mario All-Stars, Mario World, Mario Kart, Yoshi's Island, and of course the best game, Super Mario Bros. 3X.
You haven't played this.
Have you never heard of this one?
No.
Yeah, this is the real Mario Bros. 3 sequel.
Oh.
Yes. Casey, it's a ROM hack. Okay. Not much for Super Nintendo. So next we have the Game Boy section. This is honestly kind of a cluster. I need to clean this up a little bit. I've got a couple of boxes here. Again, another ROM hack, Game Boy Advance video cart, and Mario Party E, which is a card game in case you've never heard of it. Super obscure Mario Party stuff. As for the consoles, I have most of the variants, not all of them. Regular Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Micro. This I found for like $20, $30 cheaper than what it usually is.
Really?
So pretty good steal on that. We have the e-reader. We've got the Pokemon Mini. This is technically a Nintendo handheld. And it plays like 8 or 9 games. I don't have any of the cartridges, but oh wait. Yes, I do. Hold this.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, so it's Japanese. And of course, the best Game Boy.
Absolutely.
PSP. It just needed a headphone jack, otherwise perfect. Yep. And then we have a Game Boy Pocket, which this was given to me by Connor as well. Unfortunately, it does not work. I think just the screen is broken, so it can probably be repaired, I would guess. Now, in terms of storing Game Boy games, I have a fun fact on how to do this. Literally buy a card binder, and then that way, they'll easily fit. And when you're flipping pages, they don't fall out. So this is the most efficient way to basically store Game Boy games. So I only have 2 Game Boy Color games. That's really sad. But I do have a bunch of Game Boy Advance games, so yeah, there's that. The next section, we have Nintendo DS. So for DS, it's gonna look like I don't have a lot of stuff, and that's because a lot of these games I have just as cartridges and not the boxes. I do have all of the DS family of systems. So regular DS, the Lite, DSi, DSi XL, and this was for DS Trigger last year. The only thing I hate about these systems is that 3 out of 4 of them use different types of chargers, which is really annoying. So I have all the chargers just here in case I ever wanted to boot one up. We have the Game & Watch color screen. I found this at Target. It was the last one, and I figured, you know what? This could be cool to use for a video someday. So next, move on to 3DS. So I do have a bunch of 3DS games, and a lot of these I've purchased, a couple years ago in preparation to use them for videos. So for 3DS, I'm also trying to get all the variants for that. I just need the 3DS XL. But up here, I have the new Nintendo 3DS LL. We have the 2DS back here. And then this is my old regular 3DS capture card. And then I have some miscellaneous games at the very bottom. So I've got, some Sega Genesis ROM hacks like Kirby and Sonic. And yes, it actually works. I tested it. One PS1 game, some PS2, PS3. I don't know why I have a PS4 game. I don't have a PS4.
Because it's Rock Band.
Yeah, exactly. And some random Xbox games and 3 of the best Xbox 360 games you could ever ask for.
Absolutely. I love both these games.
I love the box art here. This is the worst box art. God damn. That is
so bad.
That's actually the worst box art I've ever seen in my life. So next, we're gonna go over the N64 games. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know this is my favorite console. And I finally almost have all the N64 games. I think the last time I ever talked about them explicitly was like 6 or 7 years ago, and I had 100 of them. Now I have 293, so I'm missing 3 of them, which is Duck Dodgers, starring Daffy Duck, Transformers Beast Wars, that's like $100, and Star Racer 64, which is like $300 to $400. So I'm waiting for prices to drop a little bit. Got some SMG4 merch, just the Meggy model. So I have this Splatoon Action Figma merch for really only one reason. I kept getting recommended this goddamn thing for like a year. The stupid targeted ads. I'm like, you know what, fine, I'll buy it. And I bought it and the ads finally went away. So thank God. Got the Ocarina of Time. It does actually work too, which is pretty cool. And then the YouTube gaming block. I think all of us got one of these blocks. Yeah, we got this at the YouTube, what was
Gaming
that?
space.
The gaming, yeah, it was like a hangout spot,
Yeah.
kind of. And you could meet up with some YouTube reps and like make contacts and stuff. And they had like this big Jenga thing. And the last day, they were taking all the stuff down. We all asked, hey, can we take one of the blocks? And
They're just like, yeah, whatever. And
like, sure, okay.
vultures, everyone just swooped in and grabbed one.
we all took a block. Got Steve Minecraft.
From Smash
Nice
Brothers.
little plushie. Yeah, he's from the game Smash Bros. Ultimate. You might remember this. This is from a super clickbait video I made like 3 or 4 years ago before the Switch came out. Long story short, my friend Chris, he had access to a 3D printer, and he was like, hey, I have the model of the Switch. You want me to make one of these? And he made it. And he even like tried to paint it too, which was really nice of him. Okay, this is another one of those Chinese knockoff character.
He looks a little bit more knockoff Chinese.
I love this one. EverDrive. So I recently got this. I actually don't have any like normal games on here. All I have on here is just really good ROM hacks like Mario 64 Randomizer, Smash Remix. I think Mario Star Road. It doesn't run super great, but K's made a more optimized version. So I've got a bunch of ROM hacks on here, and these are really, really fun. Unfortunately, this is kind of spendy, so I can't recommend it unless you're really into this kind of stuff, but it is very cool. So since we're talking about N64, I should also bring up that I've got every variant of Mario 64.
Starting with?
We've got the Shindu, the Chinese version, with the patched BLJ. And of course I have the American version here. So this one has like 1,000 signatures on it. Got James Rolfe, we have some people from Screw Attack, I think the Completionist. This is when Screw Attack kind of used to do their cons, SGC. Probably a lot of you don't even know what that is, but it was a rather big deal, a long time ago. Also have, of course, the Japanese version, and the PAL version of Mario 64. A lot of the Japanese carts have different box art for their games, so I've been slowly collecting some Japanese games that have cool box art, like this Mario Party one. We've got the Smash Bros. One, which is pretty awesome, and Mario Story. Next, we've got GameCube. I don't have a lot, and I actually wanted to start collecting for this, like, last year, and unfortunately, so did everyone else. So, that drove up the prices like crazy, and I have not bought a single GameCube game, I think, besides this one, which I got last year, Super Mario Strikers. Ooh. Fantastic game. The only rare GameCube games I've got is the startup disc for Game Boy Player, which isn't even rare. Or not even a game, I mean.
Right.
And we have Thousand Year Door, which that jumps in price a lot. That can go from like 70 to 90, sometimes over 100. Okay, so next we've got a bunch of Wii games. I don't have anything super exciting here, but I do have all the Mario and Sonic games. I'm actually trying to collect all the Mario stuff for Wii. I think I'm just missing a couple. Shakedown Hawaii. This was used for the 12 Days of Nintendo video. It's it's a collector's seal. I honestly might never open it.
Why would you want to?
Yeah, I don't really want to. Okay, I just want to point out a couple games. So, Namco Newzam Mega Mix. If you ever, so you probably have seen 1,000 Namco Newzam games. This is by far the best Namco Newzam collection you can get of all time, because it has an absolutely insane amount of Namco games. It has a lot of the good ones, like Pac-Man, Rally X, Bosconian, super underrated, Galaga, Mappy, and it has Pack and Roll on the DS, but it doesn't use the touch controls. Do you remember Pack and Roll?
I do, yeah.
It has the full game of Pack and Roll recreated, and it controls like 1,000 times better.
Interesting.
Yeah, this game is incredible. I highly recommend getting this. Oh yeah, so I did get this for the 3D All-Stars video as well. So this is the Mario All-Stars Limited Edition. Honestly, like, the worst anniversary ever.
Was it worth the price you paid for it?
No. So I do like the extra stuff it has. It has like a extra soundtrack CD, and it's got a nice little booklet. And I do like the casing. The casing's very cool. But the game itself is just Mario All-Stars on the SNES. Nothing updated.
Not even with World.
It doesn't even have World either. So it's kind of lame, but you know what? I like the extra stuff. We'll go ahead and move down to Wii U. We have the entire Wii U collection. For Wii U, I don't have anything super interesting besides Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Oh, yes, I have Minecraft on the Wii U as well.
I remember that one.
Yeah, apparently that's like cool. I don't know why, but it is. And then finally I have Switch stuff, which is very little because most of my Switch games are digital. The big physical thing I have is the Smash Bros. Ultimate box. Came with a Switch Pro controller. Came in this nice metal case, which a lot of people kind of crap on, but personally I think it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty sweet. I love the box art inside too. And I also got these from E3. This is Pokemon Sword and Shield pins.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last part is basically just the consoles that I have hooked up, or I just don't have anywhere else to put them. No, most notably, we have the Virtual Boy. This I got very recently. I'm going to do a video on this at some point this year. The box is kind of a mess, but I do love actually having the box.
Yeah.
And there's half the library it's promoting. I have some consoles just kind of up here. I don't have a place for them. I've got the Switch Lite. This is Nathaniel's, but he just has it here for now. Regular Switch. I have these Joy-Con chargers. You just kind of pop them in. The Wii, right there. This is actually modded. So I've got, I think, some custom stuff on there. And then hiding back here is the Steam Link. I think that's what it's called. And basically, you can play your Steam games on the TV. Now, all these consoles I've actually got hooked up to the TV. Got just regular NES, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube. I don't like these color variants, so one day I'm gonna upgrade the colors. And then the final console, might be a little hard to see, but it is the PS2, which is tucked in. These drawers have the controllers, and they are in the spots where the consoles are. So up here is some NES stuff, NES controller, the speed board, which
Your favorite thing ever?
I unironically use it. I love the speed board. Then down here we have, we got a Hori pad, got, all the basic N64 stuff, rumble pack, controller pack, memory, some controllers. Oh, I think this is a Game Shark. Yes. I forgot I got a Game Shark too. Then here is just some basic SNES stuff. I don't have anything too fancy for SNES. I do have the SNES mouse. which is surprisingly accurate. It's actually pretty good for Mario Paint. And then for GameCube, I do have a couple interesting ones. I've got the
I love that thing.
yeah, the ASCII keyboard controller. Works with a total of 1 game, but it's still very cool. Regular GameCube, we've got DK barrels. Gotta get DK Jungle Beat.
Yeah.
Game Sit. Oh yeah, I forgot, I also have, I don't think this is hooked up, but I have the NES Classic, which this is also modded. The SNES one in the basement and this one, they're modded to play Game Boy games as well, so I do have some Game Boy stuff loaded on these if I ever need them. And you're gonna notice you're gonna see all the consoles by numbered. Now the reason I have that is because I have an 8-port splitter for AVI, which makes all these consoles work. So there's the splitter. It's a little full. Here we have the Panasonic Q. This was used for GameCube trigger. It also came with a remote. Got a Genesis, which I don't think is plugged in. The OG Xbox. I don't know if I'll ever use it. I just love having these big ass controllers. It's hilarious. And then just down here is the Ring Fit, which I did use for like a couple months. There's that, and I have a little bit more to show as well. This has a bunch of just extra consoles that I've used for videos, and I don't really have anywhere to put them. So we've got the 360, it has Sonic 06 trapped inside it, because the disc just doesn't work. Apparently it can be fixed really easily, but I haven't done that yet. PS3, moving down, we've got Japanese Famicom, plus the disc system. Why is this backwards?
I didn't realize that what the disc is
Yes.
large.
Yeah, this is how it works. You just kind of pop it in. It's got a nice satisfying click as well, which is pretty cool. The top loader, I would use this, but it does not have the AVI mod on the back. It only has the RF out, so I can't really use it on anything I have. And then down here we've got the SNES 2. Again, I don't have the AVI mod, so I can't use it. And then Super Famicom. And then down here we have the Wii Mini, the most adorable Nintendo console. And the Wii without the GameCube. Okay, and for the last thing, I have the full set of Amiibos. Now, obviously, Amiibos are still coming out, and I don't have the Japanese ones, but I do have everything else. So I've got the Mario set on the top. I want to eventually get something, like a piece of wood or something to put here, so that I can stack more Amiibos up like this. I just haven't gotten around to doing that. And then here I have a lot of the miscellaneous Amiibo. We've got the Kirby ones, the Shovel Knight. I love this one so much, Link's Adventure. This one's so cool. This one was made by Nintendo. I think he just gave it to me.
Yeah.
Mario 64 Amiibo, which is awesome. This one was given to by you.
Yeah.
The Pink Gold Peach. Then I've got a lot of them back here. The Dark Souls one. We have this Pikmin one. This large Detective Pikachu
Remember
one.
when you got that?
That is a very large amiibo. This massive Yarn Yoshi. So there's those. And then here we have basically all of these Smash Bros. Amiibo. And these are organized based off of the Smash Bros. Ultimate menu.
Damn, that's really cool.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure how else to organize them. So it is a little packed. Again, I would like to get like additional platforms to kind of have some of them higher, so they're a little bit easier to display. But I've got like a bunch of them there, and then I have room for the DLC characters as well. We've got all the Splatoon amiibo. This is the first series, the second series, and then Splatoon 2, and then Callie Marie, and so on and so forth. We've got all the Zelda ones. These are like all the Breath of the Wild ones in this section, and then here is just like all the other Link ones. They're super random. And then down at the bottom is the Animal Crossing, which I don't care for much, but I got a super good deal on them. And then finally, there's a couple more Amiibo related things I have. We've got some Animal Crossing Amiibo cards. I guess technically I don't have all these cards. I looked up how much it would cost to get them all. It'd be like $3 grand, so screw that. But I do have a full set of the Mario Sports Superstars Amiibo cards. In here we have the Shadow Mewtwo card from Pokken Tournament on Wii U. And we have all of the Mario Sports Superstars cards. They're organized by sport, as you can see. Some of these are older renders, but some of them are new, so it is fun to see which ones are new. That one is new, unfortunately. That one is new, I think. It's just really cool like going through these and seeing, you know, what the cards kind of look like. Pretty nice. You got golf and then horseback riding. I don't know. I played this game for a top 10 last year. I don't get it. This game is very okay. It's just weird. But yeah, the reason I got these is because I figured, well, these cards will probably get super expensive like a decade from now. So I thought, why not? They're cool cards as it is. That is pretty much that. I know. Mario, what are you doing, buddy? God. Mario's always dying, isn't he?
He's always jumping off shelves.
God, stop being a jump man. You have seen all the cool parts of the house. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. We've got lots of Bowser's Fury videos coming very, very soon. I hope you look forward to those. I think that's actually what's coming next. We've got what you'd expect coming, but also some other 3D World related videos that you're not going to expect. So there's that. Thank you for watching.